What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today, when you talk about Faraday Future, tickers FFIE, I'm going to give you a breakdown of some of the data points, what's been coming out from the company itself, and one thing that I'll be really watching for their upcoming earnings for them to bring up. Before I get into any of that though, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 1.41%. Surprisingly, it's doing very, very well. Massive amount of blood in the market, but a little bit low for volume. So 1.6 million shares being traded, 3.1 is the average. The only latest news that did come out was a couple days back, and that was Chris Brown taking possession of his vehicle. And I think that's just a little bit more fluff because I don't really think Chris Brown would really entice anyone to go out and buy Faraday as a result of that. But who knows? I could be wrong. And I think that's one thing that has really plagued Faraday for a while now is just the amount of crappy news. There's been no reason to buy Faraday, but oddly enough, one thing that has been very much confusing me is how it is held up. Because if you compare Faraday to absolutely any stock over the last, let's say about 3 months or whatever else, let's say 1 month just to be safe, they have outperformed almost every single stock. This $1 mark seems to be made of damn steel. I have absolutely no clue how it has actually held up over the last little bit. And I've been investing for a very long time. And like I've said, Faraday and another common stock that I cover, which is Mullen Automotive, have the same toxic lenders, same dilution kind of issues behind the scenes, which Faraday has come out saying that they're going to cut that in the future, or at least not seek them in the future. But again, I am so confused by this. I don't know, maybe this is a better version than a bond out there. So maybe dump all of your money into Faraday essentially, and it'll hold that $1 mark. I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. But during their upcoming earnings, which is coming out on the 13th after hours, this is going to be their opportunity to really tell investors why they need to buy, because the PR that's been coming out has been crap. So in reality, what I would really want them to say is that they are going to be pursuing legal action against a lot of the malicious short sellers that's been happening. And plus the news that recently came out of South Korea saying that essentially they are banning any short selling up until June 2024. I think that's very advantageous, and potentially if that ever does get adopted for the States, then Faraday could run up very, very significantly because shorts are still very much ingrained in Faraday. I'll give you a quick overview of things that you need to know, some of the data points and so forth. Shorts are returning 90,000 shares. So this hands down is completely abnormal. Shorts on every other growth stock is increasing pretty significantly. This very abnormal. So I don't know, maybe someone high up at Faraday actually did something right, or maybe is scaring shorts. I have zero clue. This stock, even though it's not that popular from a retail standpoint anymore, like Faraday has been doing something right. I have no idea. I'm still clearly, as you can tell, shocked. But 45.72% of the free float is being shorted. 11.3 million shares overall are being shorted. And cost to borrow average is 15.88%, which is kind of weird because given how much shorts are in Faraday and the rate that they're paying about 15.88%, like you would assume that there'd be some upward motion overall, but who knows? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. And just to point out, so the utilization is an 89.33, and technically based on all the shorts that are in Faraday, the short interest value is around 12.13 million. And considering the market cap right now is 22, pretty significant. But let's talk on some options activity. So far today, around 1,600 in calls being purchased versus 11,000 in puts. So all the options activity today is around 86% bullish. So a lot of people behind the scenes are optimistic on Faraday. Maybe it is hedging surrounding their upcoming earnings, which again is on November the 13th. I'll give you an overview as well while I'm on Interactive Brokers, just to give you an overview of what some analysts are doing. Because oddly enough, there's some abnormal stuff that is happening. And technically, only one analyst have given estimates for the earnings per share. So as it stands, it was previously negative $3.20. They did adjust it more recently to -$3. So meaning a little bit more optimistic on Faraday's earnings per share. And for revenue, as it stands for the Q3, still one analyst, but they kind of were a little bit more bearish on the revenue. So previously their estimate was around 3 million and currently 1.5 million. So interesting stuff. And while I'm on Interactive Brokers, looking at the latest Morningstar report, it does show the fair market value for Faraday being $3.28. If you're looking for a lot of good compiled information such as this, take a look at Interactive Brokers for all of this to be completely free. Link in the description below and also the comments. But over and above that, let's talk on where I see things going in the short term. So as it stands with it at $1.05, it is between this S1 and the pivot. So a lot of volatility, so 99 cents, so meaning that $1 is going to be that line in the sand. So ultimately where that 52-week and all-time low is, vice versa, $1.27 is that next strong resistance. And so those are some points to watch for with the upcoming earnings right around the corner. So like I said, as it stands, I think whatever Faraday is doing, surprisingly, they're doing a good job behind the scenes to keep it right around that $1 mark. So I'm not really sure why, but something is working. But when it comes down to their upcoming earnings, that is their opportunity to really lay it all on the table and explain why investors should increase their position. Because based on the latest round of 13Fs as well, a lot of institutions, as you can kind of see based on the wall of red, did get out of Faraday within Q3. Clearly because of that massive reverse stock split, so that 1 for 80. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing I just wanted to share with you, take advantage of this promo. Link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for an account with Moomoo, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000 plus. You get 1 free share of SoFi. Any cash that you do have in this account as well, you earn 5.1% APY. So this is one of the best deals, only up until November the 20th. So link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, I appreciate all of you watching.